Greetings everyone, here's Lodric again, and this is a game who won the Pacific Admirals Edition. This is my play by email match against KilRoy. He's a commander of the Allied Forces, and for me it is the Empire of Japan. This is scenario 1 on the new map 27. No other modification, still scenario 1. So, and in this turn I hopefully land a source of, on East Java without not running into enemy heavy task force or mines, something like this. So sweeping of port of Singapore. There's a cargo ship east of Hawaii, but my sub missed. Can happen. Yeah, and still many enemy task forces around east of Australia. I was able to sink some battleships and destroyers here, but the enemy carrier fleet is still intact. 9 bombardment on Osthaven. But this is more or less, I think, only to check the weather and maybe to see if there's airplanes on the ground or ships in the port. Night strike on Pomorsby. Daytime KilRoy cannot. I mean, this is all long range, unescorted. And long range, unescorted B-17s are also easy to kill normally. Much more tough if they are in normal range. But more picking up here. And I land here in the south of Surabaya because I don't want to go into the enemy minefield directly. But at the same time be as close as possible to the main base. It is a little risky because this is high mountain, so triple defense, so if the enemy have here a little more attack value, then it's maybe not so easy to overcome the defense. But there are not so many Dutch forces on Java, so it's very hard for the Allied player in January 42 to really have a strong defense on Java. Sweeping. So no Navy engagement. This is good for me because I was worried maybe Dutch, British torpedo boats showing up and messing with my landing, but it looks like no, not today. In my Oscars sweeping Berlin, finding some more Chinese fighters, maybe creating one more kill. And one I-15 here. I-15 is of course really not more up to the task. These are the last American forces out of Manila. kicked out of Manila weeks ago, trying to survive in the jungle. But maybe soon I can send some forces to catch them and end this threat. This is KilRoy's counterattack. Maybe, I don't know where they come from. Looks like they all have a long range. I thought first they come out of Xi'an, but this is here long range, so I don't know where they come from. Maybe Chengdu. They can create some damage. Mostly, I think, mainly slow me down. Hudson's, again, this time more successful. This attack is maybe completely repulsed. So Batar, we have a lot of patrol torpedo boats. This is more risky to land there nearby. And I had a lot of air war over Batavia, so maybe KilRoy was focusing on defending Batavia, not so much on Surabaya. So my landing was successful. A landing is normally so long successful that what most important is no enemy task forces attacking you in the turn you want to make the landing. This is the most valuable or vulnerable moment if your troop ships are still full and then there's a destroyer showing up. That alone can already create a lot of damage. So second day my tanks trying to take the city of Nanyang. No success so far. More disabled tanks for me, but also more destroyed and disabled squads for the Chinese. And I have here armored car fighting on light tanks. So it's okay. Slowly but steadily I can take them. So this is the third battle for this main highway. And at least now today I can take the base. So the highway is still finally open again. The Chinese still jumping here on the minor road in the north. And the highway is open to Shanghai. So Hong Kong, Canton and Shanghai have now also a land connection. You can exchange supplies, resources, whatever. And this is enough to fill one Chinese corps. It's more or less destroyed. And the rest is all disabled, walking around. Brunei also fall. So there's two base forces out of Miri and Brunei are not able to hold. This is really only support guys, but support guys can also fight. But I think I don't know. There is some calculation. I think 3 support guys are strong like one squad. Then they are disabled and you need, anyway. Support also defend, but only defend. Pushing, bombardment only, nothing. I rest a little and I want to bring in a little more additional forces. Airfield of Manila expanded already. So airfield 8 is enough to get this double AV support. For the allies maybe not so important. They have maybe unlimited AV in the long run. For the Japanese, everything is limited. Good. Air war was, or intelligence report, air war was not so great compared to yesterday. I was able to kill some Hudsons. And other airplanes lost. A Hawk gets shut down over Quillin. But I also lost here some scout airplanes, light bombers, or not really too. No high losses on my side, only one killed pilot. Ship sunk was this turn, I think, nothing. That was really nothing. Yeah. So only some battles. Finally, the highways are open. So now supplies can flow here around. The Battle of Nanyang is taking down more and more Chinese, but there are also many Chinese are holding here. But I simply bleed them dry. My tanks are also getting slowly disabled. Armored cars, especially. Some medium tanks. But I have a little disruption. But it's mainly to weaken the enemy forces. My main army is still walking down here and trying to catch this force. This is my higher priority, not that they're taking here the base and then cut my supply line. I must open this highway normally again. I want to have a highway from Shanghai, Nanjing, going on Xi'an to supply this. And at the same time from Xi'an, normally east to Manchukuo, Beijing. And my army will cross the river. No. Or maybe tomorrow I can cross the river to Xi'an. Nothing more here in China. More Chinese forces walking on Hanoi. So maybe KilRoy try to attack me again. Maybe KilRoy try to take here North Vietnam. I don't know. And mess up with or test here my defense. Because this is scenario 1, so you don't have really any forces. I think with scenario 2 you have much more. My forces also arrive in Rangoon, so next turn I can attack and see how strong are the British here. If there's enemy forces or not. I see here some forces, but not high tank. So the amount of enemy tanks are not great. Tanks, guns. Troops could be all supply and support and not fighting forces. Next turn I will know. I need a little more recon. I have here recon on nearly highest level, but I don't see it too much. So maybe KilRoy was not able or not really wanting to support Rangoon so much. But I also was, I think, able to intercept one of his big convoys. So maybe this was some big reinforcements for Rangoon and sunk completely. And after this he maybe gave up. Also enemy subs still looking. Yeah, West Borneo is okay. Landing was successful, so I land here with 300 attack value. It's first enough to create a base that I can unload more units. There are also a big air force. So KilRoy was sending his air force out of Surabaya, maybe to have them safe, because he was thinking, or hoping or fearing that I take Surabaya. So also this, if I take this base, then it's simply cut. This base is away from Surabaya directly. But I need more reinforcements, more ships must come sooner or later, so I need more capacity first. And I also need to bring in here one my army commander and some tanks to finish this Americans finally. Good. And here New Caledonian, many subs, many ships. I have many subs. I was thinking or hoping that I can really find here the enemy carriers, but no, they will all disappear. Now I see here 2 ships. I don't know what they're really doing. Yeah. Okay. That's all. Then see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.